The Miami offense dominated the first half while the defense dominated the second, and the RedHawks get a big road win at Central Michigan. This week it's on to South Bend to face the Fighting Irish. Head coach Chuck Martin joins me to talk about both games next here on RedHawk Football Weekly. This is RedHawk Football Weekly. Brought to you by G&J Pepsi-Cola of Hamilton, refreshing Southwestern Ohio since 1939. By Koenig Equipment, found online at KoenigEquipment.com. By Marathon, fueling the American spirit. By Bud Light, reminding you to enjoy responsibly among friends. Steve Baker talks with Miami head football coach Chuck Martin after this on RedHawk Football Weekly.
The new celebration rules are in place, and Pepsi is all for it. So what's big man Joe Staley doing? He's celebrating a touchdown he didn't score. The sad truth is, the odds of a guy like Joe scoring a real touchdown are the same as zero. But it's fun to dream, isn't it? Even if those dreams are delusional. Hey, there's no I in impossible, Joe. There's two. Shh.
Ever wonder what's in a beer? If it's a Bud Light, it's 4 essential ingredients: barley, rice, water, and hops. Here's to the beer you can always count on, brewed to be America's favorite light lager.
Welcome into RedHawk Football Weekly. The Miami RedHawks coming off a big road win to open up Mid-American Conference play 31-14. The score over Central Michigan. They'll get ready for another road test and a big one this Saturday at 5 o'clock at Notre Dame Stadium in South Bend as the RedHawks will travel to take on the Fighting Irish. I'm Steve Baker, the voice of the RedHawks, joined by the head coach of Miami University football, Chuck Martin. And Coach, an excellent game on Saturday afternoon in terms of the offense dominating the first half, defense the second half. Really, throughout the game, the defense dominated, but just a really well put together game plan and a really well played game.
Yeah, really excited about it. Obviously, you're starting Mid-American Conference play, and every year our goal is to compete for a Mid-American Conference championship. And obviously, going on the road at Central Michigan, one of the top teams in the league, and it's crossover games. Everybody knows how strong the other side is. And then coming off a gut-wrenching defeat to your bitter rival the week before, the way the whole organization, not just the kids, but the way the whole organization responded, not just kids and coaches, but everybody involved all week. Everybody said, hey, this week's a new opportunity. We're going to make the most of this opportunity. And after what we went through a week before, to come out, we're up 28-7 early in the second quarter. The whole organization responded great, and we're really proud of what we did on Saturday. One
of the big things that was huge for the team on Saturday was to come out and get off to a good start. I know that's one of the things that you leaded to.
Yeah, no, you always want to get a good start, but we definitely, after what happened the week before, we didn't play very good the last 4 minutes against Cincinnati on any phase of the game, and coaching players alike. So we all wanted to get off to a good start and put that behind us and go play football. And like we said all week, what happened a week ago can affect what's going to happen this week, but it doesn't have to affect what's going to happen this week. And we showed the whole world that you can be resilient, you can bounce back, and you can play football the way it's supposed to be played on a weekly basis.
Let's take a look at those first half highlights as we get a lot of them here. Miami's first drive from the very opening possession. A weapon that you didn't have a week ago, you used quite a bit today on Saturday, and that's James Gardner.
Yeah, key 3rd and 11 there. Gus finds James one-on-one outside. James does a good job getting open. Great protection here. Gus steps up in the pocket, slides, and fires a strike, and that's the first third down of the day, and you move the football and keep the drive alive.
Here on first down, he finds him once again for a big one.
Yeah. Play a little outside leverage man. James took it inside. Gus found him, put it on. Huge chunk play right off the back-to-back plays to Gardner. Obviously, you like to have your big play guy healthy, and he was again this Saturday.
Found a nice little seam in there, got by his man, and able to haul it in on a nice throw from Gus Ragland, who takes it into the end zone himself here for 6.
Again, a little quarterback power. Great job up front. Good read by Gus, but basically untouched from about 8 yards out. Great job by the O-line and the tight ends. creating space in there. As you'll see, a gaping hole on the backside, and Gus is walking in from the 5-yard line.
Special teams did their job as well. Here's a blocked field goal try by the Chippewas.
Yeah, great effort by Josh Allen, who keeps making more and more plays as the year goes on, and Josh blocks it. They got a chance to cut it to 7-3 on their first drive, and our defense gets a good stop, and then we get a great special teams play, knifing through between the wing and the tight end, getting his hands up and getting a piece of it. Awesome job by Josh.
Couple of drives later for the Miami RedHawks later in the first quarter, the big third down drive. This is 3rd and 8, and Gus Ragland stretches out to get it here.
Yeah, great job. Again, fantastic protection time. They're in kind of 2-deep man under coverage, so everybody's in coverage. Maximum pass defense. There you see Kenny Young even helping out on the D end, and then Gus takes it, and anytime a team plays 2-deep man, the quarterback's going to have some scramble opportunities.
This is 3rd and 2, and you find Ryan Smith, and I just love the way he runs after a catch.
Yeah, great job by Gus finding him. They had a little pressure on. He found the soft spot in the middle. He gets the ball to Ryan immediately. Then great job by Ryan going north and south like we always talk about. Big tight end, don't dance around, get north and south. Got to do a better job with ball security. As you see there, he gets bumped by a little corner, but great job getting the ball inside the 5-yard line.
And then Quentin Hardy, another tight end, gets his first career catch, and it happens to be a touchdown.
Yeah, awesome job, play action. We run the ball effectively down in short yardage situations. We run a little bootleg Hardy on the over route. Here you see a good play fake. Gus has some times, can see the field. Q does a good job, one of our many talented tight ends that we've been talking about. It's good to see him get in the mix.
Central Michigan would score on their next drive, aided by some Miami penalties, and you'll see their quarterback here, Shane Morris, take it in for 2 yards out. That would make the score 14-7, but Miami would answer right back on a 3-play drive. The first one was a pass here to Jared Murphy.
Yeah, great response by the offense. Come out right on first down, play action pass. We get Murphy one-on-one on the safety. Good throw by Gus, a little better throw, and Murph's going to have some room to run after a catch, but good adjustment by Murph and a catch. Huge chunk play, 21 yards on first down.
Just 2 plays later, here's a big one to Sam Martin.
Yeah. We were kind of scanning a little bit. We checked. They checked our check, but I don't think everybody got their check. So we couldn't figure out, I think some guys checked and some guys didn't check, and we took advantage and hit Sam in stride. And Sam does a great job after he catches it, picking his feet up and turning the inside vertical into a touchdown. They didn't really get into, I'm not sure what they got into, but they didn't really get into what they wanted to get into, and Sam takes advantage of it.
21-7, and on the next drive, later on in the half, Miami gets a big one here from Kenny Young.
Yeah, awesome job up front. Great job blocking, and then Kenny's a big play guy, and we haven't had the big play runs, but we got him some more air, and then he showed what he can do in the first conference game. Here you see great blocking up front, O-line, plenty of room, and then Kenny gets in the secondary and basically either makes guys miss or outruns their back-end guys, dives in the end zone. And with Kenny, what Kenny went through, lost basically a brother the week before in the Cincinnati game, and we flew him out Wednesday and missed Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and met us up in Michigan and played a phenomenal football game.
He really did. The Chips would score again and make it a 28-14 or lead at the half for Miami. A couple of touchdown lead. You miss a field goal there at the end of the half. But a lot of big plays for this team in that first half. I know that was something, they missed a check, but something you were looking for against the Chips.
Well, they're a heavy man team. Yeah. So they load the box and play man coverage. So teams that do load the box and play man coverage, if you don't make them pay with plays down the field, you're in for a long afternoon. Right. And we did a good job, particularly. We found James, we found Sam, we found Murph, and all those were one-on-one matchups because they're heavily guarded against a run, and then obviously that softens up and it helps your run game.
Did a great job. Miami leading by 2 touchdowns at the break. We'll come back and take a look at a second half that was dominated by the defense, securing a victory for the Miami RedHawks. We'll do that when we come back to RedHawk Football Weekly. Stay with us.
You train, it twinges. You twist, it tears. For every way you move and every way it hurts, the orthopedics and sports medicine team at Mercy Health provides comprehensive expert care for bones, muscles, tendons, and joints. With more than 60 physicians and specialists and more therapists, athletic trainers, and conveniently located sports medicine facilities than any other system in Greater Cincinnati, Mercy Health helps you stay in motion. Call 844-9-GO-PLAY for same-day or next business day appointments.
It's true, fans are craving Dr. Pepper more than ever, so I've assembled a team. They're not exactly 5 stars, but they've got spirit. We'll be at tailgate, the cheap seats, love seats. If you're craving Dr. Pepper, we'll be there. We'll be everywhere! Me up there. And yes, we are taking walk-ons.
I'm in.
Doug Flutie, Fluty's in! Let's go, Dr. Pepper, hip! Here's the boys' medium.
That'll work.
This segment of RedHawk Football Weekly is brought to you by Courtyard Marriott Hamilton, conveniently located just miles from Miami University.
Welcome back into RedHawk Football Weekly, recapping the 31-14 victory over the Central Michigan Chippewas that Miami had on Saturday afternoon on the road at Kelly Short Stadium. And, Coach, you talked about it at the top of the show, but so important to get a MAC opening win, much let alone on the road.
Yeah, no, you got eight MAC football contests, 4 at home, 4 on the road. So we're already 1-0. There's only 7 left, but and then getting 1 on the road against Central Michigan obviously is a great win. You only got 3 road games left. So obviously every game's so important in the league battle. So anytime you get a win, it's one a feather in your cap, and you keep rolling forward. So coming off a devastating loss and playing that well on the road was tremendous for our football team.
Well, and that's the other thing that everybody talked about. How are they going to bounce back? You expected that kind of response from your team going to Central Michigan.
Yeah, I did. I just kind of know my kids, and I know my organization. I know how we do our business. And it was hard. It was a hard loss. I mean, it's hard to bounce back from any loss, but we'd be lying if we didn't say that was a much harder loss to bounce back from. And it took a lot more effort. And we spent a lot of time talking about how we're going to respond and how hard it is to respond, not dismissing that, we just got to forget about, move on. You can't just forget about, move on. Right. If you do, you're really not forgetting about it. So I told somebody earlier, we're kind of like that dumb, tough kid at school that you beat us up on Monday, we're going to show up at Tuesday, and we want to fight you again.
Yeah.
And if you beat us up on Tuesday, we're going to show up. So when you kind of mess with us, you got to know you're going to have to beat us up every day, and that's kind of what we showed on Saturday, that, we got beat up pretty good the week before, but we're going to show up, and we're either going to get after you and maybe win the fight, or maybe we get our butts kicked again, but we're going to show that we're going to keep competing and keep trying to play the football the right way and keep trying to get better.
Defense dominated for the most part in the game, except for a couple of defense penalty-aided drives in that first half. Miami comes out in the second half and shows right away as Central Michigan had the opening possession. We'll take a look at the second half highlights here and show right away Miami setting the tone in the second half, as this is a big third down play. Heath Harding makes a great play on this ball.
Yeah, great one-on-one backside. Heath's in really good position, squeezing the receiver, gets his head around, tries to play the ball, kind of stumbles, or I think he had a great chance for an interception. He's kind of falling as he goes, but as usual, when they pick on Heath, he's usually up for the answer for us.
Got to give props to Kyle Kramer. He's had a couple of great games. This one goes for 61 yards. Your punt return coverage is great here.
Yeah. We have not given up a punt return yard, knock on wood. We got some pretty dynamic returner this week against Notre Dame, but we have not given up a punt return yard all year in 4 games. So that's a tremendous job by the punter and tremendous job by the punt team.
Tough play here, as this is where Miami loses Tony Reed for the rest of this game and the first half of Notre Dame. They looked at it, and tough call, but they call targeting on Tony Reed, and that's a big loss for you at that time.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Hit him in the chest, and it's a tough one for us.
A couple of plays later, his replacement, Matt Merrimie, gets the interception to stop the drive, but also change the course of this football game, I think.
Awesome job. They got a chance to cut it to 28-21. Still plenty of time left in the third. And Merrimie just came in on that drive for Tony. They run the wide delay, which is a really good red zone route. It's usually wide open. The tight end kind of fakes like he falls down. Merrimie doesn't buy it. He stays with them. They throw the ball across the field. Great job with the interception. Great job with the return. You're talking about the guy came into the game 3 plays earlier, and he makes the biggest play of the stinking football game. So great job by the defense. Great job by Merrimie.
You want to get out there and score on this after the turnover, and you start out going to the left side, and once again, there's James Gardner.
Yeah, nothing. Little play action again, little bang post to James, getting us down around the 20. Gus fakes a pitch play to Kenny, fires a strike back to James, and James takes a big hit over the middle.
We haven't talked a lot about him, but the other half of the pair that was out last week also had a good game for you, Alonzo Smith.
Yeah, and then Zoe's getting back to being healthy. Obviously, you missed him against UC. Split time with Kenny this week. Great job, Murph, coming in, getting the safety, open up a bigger hole. Receivers are blocking him better and better as the season goes on.
The drive stalls, but Sam Sloman comes in. Missed one from 38 yards earlier. He nails this one from 34.
Yeah, very good game again. Had some touchbacks for us, which is crucial for our kickoff coverage, and makes another big field goal. with the pressure on if we extend the lead to 3 scores.
Just like Matt Merrimee standing in for Tony Reed, Sam Connolly just had a great game for you, and here's a big tackle right there when the ball gets there, makes a clean hit, and he made several big plays for you. This is another one on a goal line stand, and this is 1st and goal, and there's Connolly once again.
9 minutes left. This is kind of their last chance. They got to get points in this drive. If they can score and cut it to 2 scores, there's still plenty of time left. As we know from a week ago. So our kids are still playing. Good force by Heath Harding, and then good tackle by Sam.
And here is 2nd and goal, and again, the Miami defense doing a great job of stopping the Chips from getting any yardage.
Yeah, great job our whole defense. DeAndre Montgomery with a nice hit. Guys in the interior doing a good job. Doug Costin in on the play. Now we get to 3rd down. They try to run a little shuffle pass. Obviously, we're waiting on it. We read that very well. Koenig sniffs it out, and we had the pitch out the front door, we had the quarterback covered, and we had the shovel covered. Obviously, incomplete pass. We got to work on Costin falling on the football.
Yeah.
He's trying to pick up one-handed.
And that's 4th down. Doug Costin, they didn't have a great look at it, but had a great play on the ball on 4th down. They come up empty. And then they seal their fate. Sam Connolly, we talked about him, gets an interception on a desperation play.
Yeah, the two interceptions come from backups that are pressing at duty, one because of an injury, one because of a targeting penalty. That just kind of capped a great day for Sam and our whole defense. And like you said, the 2 first-half drives were self-inflicted wounds. We got to clean up the penalties. We had a lot of holding penalties on the back end of our defense, and we got to get those cleaned up.
31-14 was the final. Miami gets the victory, 2-2 now on the season, 1-0 in conference play. And you talked about cleaning up the defense, and certainly the penalties were costly. But, man, this defense is playing some really fine football right now.
Yeah, no, they've been from the get-go this year against Marshall. They played really good, and we haven't played our best. There's mistakes that are still being made that we know we can clean up. Even on their touchdown drive, we don't reroute a receiver like we're supposed to. We lost leverage a couple times down the red zone. So we're playing tremendous defense, and I know they're hungry to get better, and I know they're going to get better as the year goes on.
And you have to feel comfortable with those guys stepping in, Connolly, Merrimee. It's always next man up, but they're getting some great play from them.
Yeah, and last week the pick was from Cedric Assay stepping in for
exactly.
DeAndre Daniels. So we've built our depth over the 3 years we've been here, and it's starting to show that when we have injuries or things that happen, we have guys that can come in and actually not only hold the 4th down, but actually make plays. And Merrimee's play is the biggest play in the game, like we said earlier. That's 28-21, or now it's 31-14, pretty much ball game over.
That is the recap of Central Michigan. Notre Dame is the next opponent. The Fighting Irish on the schedule for a 5 o'clock start this Saturday from Notre Dame Stadium. We'll talk about it with head coach Chuck Martin when we return in a moment here on RedHawk Football Weekly.
This segment of RedHawk Football Weekly has been brought to you by Courtyard by Marriott Hamilton, conveniently located just miles from Miami University.
The new celebration rules are in place, and Pepsi is all for it. So what's big man Joe Staley doing? He's celebrating a touchdown. He didn't score. The sad truth is, the odds of a guy like Joe scoring a real touchdown are the same as 0. But it's fun to dream, isn't it? Even if those dreams are delusional. Hey, there's no I in impossible, Joe. There is, there's 2. Shh.
Keep twisting, keep stretching, keep bending, and chasing. For total and partial joint replacement to rehabilitation, the orthopedics and sports medicine team at Mercy Health provides comprehensive expert care for bones, muscles, tendons, and joints. With more than 60 physicians and specialists, more therapists, and conveniently located facilities than any other system in Greater Cincinnati, Mercy Health helps you stay in motion. Find your specialist at mercymovesyou.com.
Welcome back in. This is RedHawk Football Weekly coming to you from Oxford, Ohio. We recap the 31-14 win for the Miami RedHawks over Central Michigan last Saturday. This week, it is on the road to Notre Dame Stadium to take on the Fighting Irish. 5 o'clock kick. Myself, Terry Bridge, and Randy Hollowell will have the action for you beginning at 4 o'clock with the Knowles of Oxford Tailgate Show. Head coach Chuck Martin rejoins us. And, Coach, having come from Notre Dame, I know you know how special a place this is. As a longtime broadcaster, I'm looking forward to being there to broadcast a game. So I know the players have to feel this is going to be a lot of fun regardless of the football game itself, just to go there.
Yeah, no, this is a once-in-a-lifetime experience for most people. To get a chance to play a football game in the storied Notre Dame Stadium and be on Notre Dame's campus on game day, most people never get to experience it. A lot of people that are going to be going, players, coaches, fans, Miami people, will be the first time they've ever experienced it. So that was kind of the design when we put the game together. I really wanted Miami to experience Notre Dame, and not a lot of people get to do that. And I encourage all the fans to get there, go there Thursday, go there Friday, walk the campus, go to the cathedral, go to the grotto, go to see Touchdown Jesus, go to the Golden Dome. There's so many historic things that are on that campus that go hand in hand with college football. So if you have the opportunity, go there early and really enjoy the whole weekend.
Well, and Miami and Notre Dame are obviously tied together historically through Ara Parsegian, just passed away recently, and there's always been that connection between the two schools. So it's nice to see that on the football field as well.
Yeah, no, I know. It's obviously Ara Parsegian means so much to us here in the cradle of coaches, and what he did as a student athlete here, and then obviously as a great coach here, and then obviously moved on his career and ends up at Notre Dame and wins national titles, and obviously one of the all-time icons in Notre Dame history. So it's a little bit fitting that with Ara passing away this year, that Notre Dame and Miami are player, and I know Notre Dame people are going to be playing representing him, and I know we're going to be playing representing Ara Parsegian and playing the game the right way, the way Ara would want to play. I think there's a tremendous amount of pride on both schools for Ara Parsegian and what he was as a coach, obviously one of the all-time greatest, but also what he was as a person. Right. He exemplifies what Miami and Love and Honor is all about, but he also exemplifies what Notre Dame strives for, and there is a lot of parallels between the two schools.
Indeed there are. Now, there's a lot to see, obviously, you said, but when it comes down to game time, obviously it's a different atmosphere. Do you talk about the guys about what they're going to see when they take the field?
Yeah, no, we'll get that out of the way Friday. We're going to go there, check out the venue, and once they see it, they'll be a little bit awestruck, and it's a pretty nice place there, and they got some nice things in this. Right. So, but then once the game starts, our kid's going to play. Like somebody asked me earlier, what's going to be the biggest challenge? Is it it's not the venue, it's not how big the stadium, it's not that they got gold helmets on, and it's that they're big, fast, and strong, and they were 4- and 5-star kids, and they got some of the best players in the country come. So the challenge will be physically for our team. Our team's going to go play. We're not going to be nervous. We're not going to be awestruck. We went to Iowa and played. We played Mississippi State. We're not afraid to go play good people. It just, will we physically get overwhelmed at times? I don't know. It remains to be seen. But that's the daunting task, is how talented their football team is.
And this is a team offensively that has really been piling it up. And I think that's one of the intriguing matchups of this game, is how well your defense can play against this Fighting Irish offense.
Yeah, big physical line, tremendous tailbacks, crazy talented quarterback who's just getting better and better his first year starting. Bunch of tight ends, tons of receivers that can play. So no, there's no weakness on either side of the ball. Their defense is fantastic. It's setting up field position. It's creating, the offense is scoring a lot, but the defense has a big part of that too.
Yeah.
Pick sixes, last week pick six, and they caused a fumble on the 20-yard line. Well, it's pretty easy to score points that way. And then obviously offense is big and physical and take advantage. So they have no weaknesses. Crazy great returners. So every play we have to be on point just to survive. If not, they're gonna do something pretty special against us.
Real quickly, we have less than a minute here. You said something in your press conference. Yeah, this is great for the team and the players and for Miami, but now you're coaching against some friends on the other side. Yeah. Not always the most fun thing.
Yeah, no, it's not. That part I'm not looking for. You never want to coach against people that you really care about, and there's many, many people there that I really care about. And it'd be difficult. Like I said many times, the first day of my life, I didn't root for Notre Dame. So that I'm standing on the visiting sidelines at Notre Dame Stadium, I don't know if I thought that went through when I scheduled the game, but it's going to be a great opportunity, and we're really looking forward to it.
Coach, best of luck on Saturday. Miami on the road at Notre Dame. Again, this Saturday, 5 o'clock kick is the time from Notre Dame Stadium. We'll have the action for you on the Miami IMG Sports Network beginning at 4 o'clock on Saturday. For Coach Martin, I'm Steve Baker. Thanks for watching RedHawk Football Weekly.
This has been RedHawk Football Weekly, brought to you by G&J Pepsi-Cola of Hamilton, refreshing Southwestern Ohio since 1939. By Koenig Equipment. Found online at KoenigEquipment.com. By Marathon, fueling the American spirit. By Bud Light, reminding you to enjoy responsibly among friends. RedHawk Football Weekly is an exclusive production of the Miami IMG Sports Network.
You train, it twinges. You twist, it tears. For every way you move and every way it hurts, the orthopedics and sports medicine team at Mercy Health provides comprehensive expert care for bones, muscles, tendons, and joints. With more than 60 physicians and specialists and more therapists, athletic trainers, and conveniently located sports medicine facilities than any other system in Greater Cincinnati, Mercy Health helps you stay in motion.
Call 844-9-GO-PLAY for same-day or next business day appointments.
There's people who care where I'm going, and good friends who welcome me home. So get up.